Welcome everyone to Hoops in Harmony. We are two hoop wearing Latinas harmonizing with the world. I am Ebony, and this is Silvia.
I am Sylvia, and I look like a therapist today.
That's what's up. Well, now you gotta cross the. You gotta cross.
I gotta- How are you doing today?
Nice.
But anyways, today we talked a little bit. We talk a little bit about just the shit that we used to put in our hair when we were younger, our hairstyles
With the canicas.
with the canicas. We talk about our experience at the group homes. I gave you this fucking great ass present that we'll go into later. And we talked about how we vibrate on the same fucking level.
Literally.
And we talk about boundaries and how like we're learning to set boundaries and we're learning to release boundaries.
And learning to like not and learning to not be like understand we're not perfect.
We're not perfect, yeah. And giving ourselves grace. And
Yes.
so hopefully you guys enjoy this episode, episode 5. Please comment in the comments if you're on YouTube or leave us a review on the podcast things. It just really helps us get more of our content out there. We have an intern, Penelope. You want to say hi again? You'll see
Our
her.
cohort.
That didn't work. But yes, enjoy the episode. Enjoy the episode. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. How are you, friend? I'm honestly, I feel like we just came in here real hot.
Downfall, you just
And I'm
literally was like, "How are you, friend?" And then you're like, "I just feel like you didn't even let me tell you
Yeah. How are you? Well, I feel.
right."
Sorry, that was Leo thing. But go ahead.
No. You already started.
No,
so-
I just felt like as I said it, I was very flustered saying it. That's why I meant like, you know what? Like I need a
Yeah, you know what? Let me just answer for you.
no, like fuck, let me talk. Like I meant like I felt flustered asking you that question, so I was like, because we came in so hot, like just doing something prior, so that's why I said it. But how are you, amiga?
I'm doing a swell.
Let's talk about your
Hey,
forehead.
doing swell. Pinkies up.
Thank you so. No.
Now you want to go straight into it for my little burn right here? So
It's just the first thing I saw.
right now on my fucking forehead. So I was just doing my hair and they burned myself, and I was so sad, and it brought me back to like middle school and 7th grade. Like I don't know why 7th grade, but it just brought me back to like
That's
those
when you started doing your
moments where,
hair?
like, nah, I actually started doing my hair really early. Like I just started doing my hair really early because I didn't want nobody touching my hair anymore. Because when I literally posted
You
something like this today,
posted that.
literally
You
posted something because my
the fucking
grandma,
chongo?
yes, fool, my grandma used to yank the shit out of my hair, like, and it was me and my cousin all the time, and then she'll be like, and I'm like, grandma,
Fool, and then the canicas.
the gallos, oh yeah, the canicas too. No, fool, I would have like gallos for
Oh,
and my grandma would
fuck.
be like, ay, lo voy a hacer otra vez, and I'm like, okay, like, fuck, I have to get my hair pulled again and fucking like this. Like,
So I was talking about hair. I was watching this girl talk about braids and how like braids are actually for like it's not just a black thing
mhm.
or like an African culture thing. It's like Latino thing too. And she made a really good point about how like as Latinas we get like discouraged to wear like
Braids.
canicas on the hair
Oh.
or just braids in general. And I'm like, dude, we used to get that shit. I did not suffer all my childhood so that you can say that my childhood with trenzas did not exist. Fool. Those are like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like my mom would take a while doing my braids.
For sure. The canicas, I used to love. Yeah, I used to love the canicas, and then the little clips, like the little bows, like the pressed ones.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm talking about?
so
The pressed
cute.
ones. Those were so cute, for sure. I used to love it. I think that's where cause my mom used to do my hair pretty good, like a lot. So I think I used to I started getting into that, and then I started doing my own hair. And I started doing like the gel, like you know how when you would do the whole fucking gel right here. I was like,
Fool, I saw that trend's coming back where they
I
put the
did.
hair like this, and
I
I'm like, nah, that's just
did.
itchy though. Like if you know, you know.
with the
like,
little
that's-
gel right here in the bottom.
yeah,
Right here.
and you gotta pull it.
Yeah. For sure. But Anyways, my day's been pretty good. It's a lot though, like you said. It was a lot because we came in hot, but at the same time, like a little tired.
Yeah,
It's been a long day.
we had bowling with our clients, and it was fun, but
With
it
our
was,
participants.
yeah, with our participants. I
Yes.
have to start saying that again
Yeah.
because I say
I did
clients.
catch on, and you know what's funny? That before I catched on to like, or I caught on, I should say. I caught on to what you said. I was like, that's funny because I was literally saying like my youth. I was no longer saying my clients,
Mm,
and I was like my youth. So then when I heard you say participants, I'm like, oh, that's another way to say it, and I
another
like
way,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've been switching my clients to participants
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I feel like when they talk to us, they're like they're clients.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? That the event we had on Saturday,
Oh yeah, I
um,
heard that. I heard. I know what
yeah,
you're gonna say.
I was hearing like your client, and I
Oh,
was
this is
like,
your client?
yeah,
No,
yeah, and I'm like, no, and I didn't feel like
I didn't feel ready there.
it felt uncomfortable, like for me to say, oh, like this is my client, da 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 da, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna say like, and so I started using it, and I was like, no, this is my youth, like da 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 da, and I was like, I feel like that's more comfortable, and it sounds
Yeah.
less like, I don't know, systematic,
I
like it
said
just felt, you know.
the way I said it was like, um, he's my participant, but today he's my coworker.
I
And
like that.
yeah, it was,
Yeah,
but
very
yeah,
collaborative.
yeah, and then that takes away the systematic thing you were talking about
Yes.
because they're not just like
Yeah,
that.
I just never like, I don't like the idea of client. I feel like, I don't know, I just kind of, again, I put myself in their shoes to like think of it like, I don't know if I would like someone to call me their client, like if I'm just like, I
Yeah,
don't know. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna start using youth instead of client, you
yeah,
know? So, and then I heard you, like I said, I heard you say participants. I'm like, oh, I like that. I
yeah.
like that other word.
Participants, I like it too. I like it too.
Yeah.
I
So I'm
think that's
working
so
on that.
good. I'm working on. Literally, I'm working on it too. We have the same
Ah,
goal.
as always, we have our minds,
Okay, well, talking about things, I want to surprise you.
Okay, bring it.
Okay, Nelby, can you bring it? I have an intern. That's why I wanted her.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to bring it earlier. I was like, I want the
What?
intern to bring it. Que lo saque.
Get an intern.
No, and it's not in my purse. It's in my the Vans bag. So we have an intern, and she comes over here with herself.
Her beautiful self.
This is Penelope. You can say hi. We give you permission.
We give you permission.
We give you permission to speak. Just kidding.
Yes. No, but we do. Honestly, we are very grateful
Yes,
to
we
say
are.
that, you're going to be a part of this, Penelope, because, girl.
I think it's because she's like my family, so I get to disrespect her a little bit more than other
Yeah.
people.
She's going to be like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. Oh, come back. Come back. Oh, this is Penelope. Look at the camera. Like,
Oh, girl, go.
She's
go
so
all
tall.
over
She's
there.
so tall. You gotta go down. That's Penelope. Or she can never show her face, and she could be like, a mystery, you know?
Okay, that
No,
works.
I'm just kidding. You want to show your
Whatever
face,
you
Penelope?
want.
Whatever you want to do. You want to be a mystery for them?
Our mystery intern.
You want to
And
be
we
a
just
mystery?
talk about her like
Penelope? Yeah. If you know Penelope, you know her.
If you know Penelope.
Like
you know
Erica knows Penelope. She remembered
Yeah,
Penelope.
she did.
All right, amiga. Well, this is my present for you.
I just want to say, I love my little bag.
Yeah, it's
I love
ripped
this.
and I
It's
also got my
cute.
other shoes that I forgot to bring today, so I'm upset. But yeah, I got you this gift.
Excited. I love gifts.
I know, and
I also love surprises.
and I also know that you like surprises, and I was like, oh, I was gonna give it to you like off camera, but I'm like, you know what? Let me do it on camera because I know you'll appreciate it a little bit more. Okay, here you go, friend. Don't worry about the bag. Mind your business.
Mind your business. I love the bag.
It's not anything crazy, okay? It's just something.
Can you let me be dramatic? Thanks.
Okay, but okay, just you need to see it for yourself before you turn it.
Okay. I
told you yesterday that it was gonna be funny.
What the fuck? What? Are you trying to tell me something?
I'm like,
But that's good, fool.
But-
That's good.
and then I
I
thought
love
about-
that.
and then I thought about, oh shit. Hold on, I gotta get back on this.
You're crying.
And then I thought, because it was so funny. And then I thought about like, okay, I am this word enough, but I'm missing you.
Oh my god, that is so touchy. So funny.
It is,
touchy,
and
but
I was
that's
like,
really
wow, what a beautiful
good.
mistake I have made.
It was on purpose. Hey,
The universe,
divine timing.
always in perfect timing.
Always
and
in
I,
perfect timing.
and I made a
yes.
mistake in perfect timing. So that's one
I
part of your
love
gift.
this. You guys, everyone, perspective.
Perspective. 69.
This is so cute. I love it. I do love it, fool.
Oh,
And I
fuck,
will
I'm
always.
crying.
This will always be a very good
I
explanation.
was, and you know what's crazy? I was gonna fix it. I was gonna erase it, and I'm like,
No,
no, this is good.
I love it. I love it. I really do.
I think that's
you.
what makes it better.
Yes, very good colors too.
Thank you, thank you.
You know, yellow be my thing. Okay, I love it.
That's fun.
Yes, that's one.
There's more stuff in there.
Okay, there's more. There's more.
The other ones are
She
not.
really loves
So
me.
I wish you would have done this one last, but I guess you didn't. So
It's because I was excited to see it.
and I got you today. I affirm, and there's affirmations in there, and a lot of like.
Today, I affirm a journal that nurtures self-care. I love this. I love the idea that there's stuff already in there because it supports. Yes, it supports my overthinking and
Yeah.
allows me to work with something. So I love that.
Yes,
I love that. Thank you, friend.
you're welcome. And lastly,
And last but not least, she wants me to stay hydrated this summer.
you already knew that one.
I know, but I like to be dramatic.
Like you already saw that. But I do want you to stay hydrated.
Yes. So 7 a.m. I'ma get my ass up and drink. 9 a.m. hit the road and roar. And 11 a.m. I will take a break and relax, but still drink water. At 2 I will be creative. At 3 stay productive. 5 wrap it up. 7
what she said.
keep healthy.
Oh, yeah.
And a 9 excellent job.
Mhm.
Thank you, friend.
And
I
you're
love
welcome, amiga.
this. I really do.
Those are my
You love
presents.
me.
Yes.
You love me.
I'm talking about today. I affirm.
Oh yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
nice.
So we're starting.
Don't care about this no more. Thank you, Jay.
so I think we're starting a new thing where we're doing segments, and I think I wanted to be
Yes.
open about what we're doing, and it's like the segments. And the reason for the segments is because we kind of want to. I don't know. I think these are the things that represent us and make us feel good, and I think that it would be good to really highlight that.
For sure.
So one of the things, literally, that's so crazy because one of the segments is like affirmations, like our hoops and harmony affirmations, and then the, the other
love
one is
it.
about balance and perspective.
Yes.
But I think we're gonna do the balance and perspective in like the next episode, and then in this episode we're doing the segment. We're gonna test it out, see how it works. Please let us know. Be engaged with us and let us know what if these affirmations are good. Was this a good segment to talk about?
For sure. Thank you.
So my affirmation for you haven't heard the affirmation.
My affirmation?
The
affirmation.
The affirmation for Ora, and you haven't heard it, but I wanted
I
to
haven't.
surprise you.
You
Another
did.
surprise.
Yes.
Another
Love
surprise
it.
that's not material, and that's what Jordan was telling him, and you were fighting back on that.
Yes. Because I knew it was something. I saw it already.
This is something that's not physical.
Not physical. Okay, that's what I meant to say. I knew it was something physical because I already saw the bag.
Anyways, so the affirmation, the affirmation today, and let me think about it. I just read it. Oh, you could have spent all that energy building a mountain.
You could have spent all that energy building a mountain. I like that.
Yeah. And
So
so
thoughts.
when I took that in terms of creating boundaries with people. How like if you keep taking from me and you keep taking from me, and I'm giving you the energy and I'm giving you the energy. With all of that, I could have been done something else.
Right.
I could have been built something
Right.
greater, something bigger for myself and for just me in general. And I think that's what I took it in terms of boundaries. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know you're hearing it for the first time, and I think that's I got to sit with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I think what I take from it is like literally the same thing. I think literally the same thing, and just being a like I think for me it's like if you are like spending some type of energy in there, just don't stay there too long,
mm,
and use it somewhere else. Like, and don't stay there for too long, because then that's when it becomes overwhelming, and then that's when it becomes like, that's already too much. I literally I could have used that to do so much more. So I think that's what I'm taking from it, and it's very clear, like very clear, very like to the point, and it doesn't have to like, it just feels very opening. I think cuz sometimes we forget that, and we're just kind of like stuck on this thing, and it's like, okay, that's enough.
yeah, the energy just stays. Like no estás
Yeah.
haciendo nada con él. You're not
All it's
moving.
doing is like mentally, like, just doing a whole bunch for whatever reason, and it's like, okay, that's it. Like, nah, and let me start doing something with this. Like, let me
Yeah.
start
E
building something
And you
with
know what
this.
is crazier about when you set a boundary is that literally to shift what that energy was doing before, like if it was creating like a little pebble, right? And then it could have been if you're gonna switch it to a mountain, you're stepping that shit
Mhm.
up. You're moving
Mhm.
that all that negativity and transforming it into something positive. And
Right.
that's work.
Right.
That's really deep work. That means setting boundaries. That means saying no. That means saying I don't like that. That means saying I can't do it. That means saying I'm sorry, like,
And being okay with it.
and being okay with it, because
Yes.
switching that energy is so hard. And I think that's what I'm learning. Like, how do I switch my negative thinking into something that I can do it and turn it into something positive,
Mhm.
like. And I think that journey of like transforming that is really hard, because you're letting go of a lot of things you're so used to.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've told you this, but I've been grieving a lot of myself lately. I've been grieving who I was, and in transforming that,
That's come up in conversation lately, yeah.
hmm and in transforming who I used to be, I'm grieving the old parts of me that were Sylvia, that I always knew to be me, that was very aggressive, that was very mean, that was not respectful of people's boundaries. I would step on boundaries because it was funny to me, because it was a game. And then I had to be like, no, because I don't think that's a game for me.
Mhm.
So to switch that and transform that, I had to I'm still grieving those parts of me, and I'm still being very gentle and very graceful when I do have those slip ups, and be like, hey, don't be so mean to yourself. Have grace. Like, it's okay, Sylvia. Like, you're just learning, you're just building the awareness. You're finally taking the opportunity to be like, okay, I see how I fucked up,
Mhm.
and I think that I'm trying my best, and that's all I can do.
That's all we can do. Like, literally, that's all we can do is try our best. Because even with boundaries, like, we have like a lot of us have boundaries, and we know and we're aware of those boundaries. But sometimes, like, we get caught up. Like, we get caught up with certain boundaries, and it's like, and it's again the wave, right? The whole wave idea, and it's like it comes, and you're becoming aware of it, and you know that boundary,
Mm.
and it's like, okay, but I'm aware of this boundary, but then again, okay, now that I'm aware of it, what can I do to like either set it again, or like
Do
work on it again,
better.
do better, or things like that? Because again, we're not perfect.
And when we have those slip ups, I feel like I'm so hard on myself. And it's also the upbringing for me. Like, when I was little, like if I make a mistake, like it's a very like aggressive like reminder to do better. And
Mhm.
then so how now that I'm an adult, I'm self-parenting the same way that I was parented.
Mhm.
So now I have to transform that too. And all of that energy that it was for me to be mean, and me being mean to myself, I'm now having to transform it into something where I'm like, hey, Sophie, it's okay.
It's okay.
You're okay. That was good. You did your
Yes.
best. Don't worry about it. Don't apologize. Because I
Mm-hmm.
feel sometimes the need to be
Guilty.
apologizing,
Yeah.
and I'm so sorry I did that. And was I
But was
being
I really sorry?
or was I
Or
was I being too much?
mm-hmm.
Was I being? And I think that in my head, was that too much? Especially when I'm around a group of, was I doing too much?
Mm-hmm.
Was I? And I'm like, okay, well, what were the parts that didn't sit right with your spirit? Okay, this, and this. Okay, so do better next time. You have
But then
awareness of it, yeah.
yeah, and then also like you and in that case, like in that scenario, like you check yourself, right? You check yourself and then you're kind of like, all right. And then either if you do need to apologize for it and be like, okay, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna take these necessary steps
Yeah.
to either like, better the situation or whatever that looks like. It's like that's all you can do. That's all you can do, and like and then you're aware of it and respect those boundaries of others.
Yeah, because I think I'm setting boundaries, and I think you're pulling back boundaries.
Literally, that's so. You know what's so fucking funny? For like, literally, that was in my head right
We
now.
on the same vibration, my friend. We on
Literally,
the same
literally,
vibration.
fool. That's
We
so
vibrate
crazy,
on the
wild.
same level.
All
I've
the
been telling you.
time,
I've been
all the
telling you,
time.
I want to share that thing that I told you about, that thoughts travel. If you're on the same frequency with someone and someone is doing really good, then and you're hanging out with them, you're gonna vibrate on their same level, and their thoughts are gonna become yours. How
Yours,
do I make more
yes.
money? How do I be more successful? Suddenly,
Those things, like, yes,
and I
they're
think
on the
that
same, yeah,
that's how you and
vibration.
I are. We're on the same vibration.
All the
So sometimes
time, too.
so
All the
sometimes
time.
I say stuff and you're like, damn, I just thought about that. Or I'm like, dude, literally
Literally,
me too.
yeah. And we always have like, and okay, let me not say always, but a lot. Like a lot of times we have those moments and they happen like just either on the phone or literally we're just on the phone or we're FaceTiming or in person. And it's like and it's crazy just to touch base like a little bit on like when we were working at the group home. It's like and that always comes back to me
I was,
that I when we were like
that's so funny.
yeah,
I
all
was
the
thinking of food. I
time.
was thinking of that, and I was like, did we already say it on the podcast?
I know. I don't know, and that's why I'm bringing
We're
it
gonna
up.
bring it just
We're
again,
gonna
again.
if we did, oh well, we're gonna bring it up again. But we were like we did a lot of things in that group home. Like we did literally everything. But one of the things we did was like organize the house. Like we used to organize the pantries. We used to organize the room. We used to organize like everything, closets. But this specific moment, we're organizing the pantry. Right? It was a pantry.
In the
Yeah.
pantry,
So we're organizing the pantry, and we're like trying to put things in specific places. And it's like we literally looked at each other
and
and
we're like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah,
but yeah, and literally looked at each other. Yeah. And we knew exactly where we wanted everything. And I was like, and
literally.
we both looked at each other like, whoa, we literally did that. Like in our heads, we knew exactly where everything went and where we wanted it to
Mm.
go and would it look good or how it looked for us. And I
But
was like, whoa, like I was real shook.
but
Fool.
we work very similar.
Very similar, yeah.
I think that's why a lot of people in the workspace compare us.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it because I think you're a great worker. So sometimes when they say like, "Oh, Ebony's killing it," I'm like, "Yeah, she is,"
Yeah.
because it's like, duh, like of course she is. Like,
We
she
vibrate on the same, we're
literally
there.
we work to get the same way, and yeah,
So shout out us, to be honest, because that's some pretty cool shit. It really puts me in this like, whoa, like
and,
that's crazy.
and to go back, so we were saying that I have to set a lot of boundaries,
Yes.
and you are
Pulling.
pulling,
Not pulling, but like really like tapping
letting
into
go
yes.
or like releasing or being more like
Yes, for sure. Because I was really good. Like I've been very good with boundaries, but I think sometimes with my boundaries, like and this is on my end because it's different for everybody. But I think for me, like a lot of my boundaries were like taking away from me because I was like, well, is that really how I feel?
mm,
Is that really what I? Because we often play this tug of war with like your feelings, and then like your feelings, your emotions, and then like your boundaries,
right.
right? So we often play with this tug of war, and it's like, damn, like did I do too much? Like, am I doing too much? So then again, we go back to this mind thing where it's like we're overthinking it, and it's like, okay, Ebony, you know what? All you can do again, try your best, like, and
Try your
that's all we
best.
can do. And but I really respected, like, I always respected people when they like they knew my boundaries and they respected my boundaries. So like just to bring up a little thing, like for example, when my parents split up, like my dad my dad's girlfriend came in the picture, right?
Mm.
And during that time, obviously I was a kid, and you have those feelings. So it's like, uh, I didn't really like dig my dad's girlfriend or things like that. Like I really just didn't. So it took a while for like me to build like this relationship and build
Mm.
rapport, right? And my dad knew it, and people knew it, like everybody knew it. So they caught on to those things. And it's like one time I remember, and she's probably gonna know too, she was like, I mean, somebody at like the cash register, I think we were at a store, and she was like, or the person was like, "Oh, your stepmom." And I was like, "That's not my stepmom." I go, "That's my
Mm.
dad's girlfriend."
Yeah.
And she like she respected that.
Mm.
She respected that, and she understood that, and she took it with her.
Right.
And she, like, when people would, and it was so crazy because one time I caught someone say like, "Oh, your stepmom," and she said it like she was like, "Oh, I'm her dad's girlfriend."
Mm.
And I was like, "Okay, like you
Mm.
respect that." Like, and that was a boundary for me, like as a kid. And I was like, "Okay." So, just to bring up that moment cuz it's very like, I find that, and I was like, "That's really cool." Like, so, and I think now my relationship with her is very like,
It's beautiful. Your
yeah.
relationship with her is so beautiful. I
Yeah.
caught it the other day, like a couple of weeks ago. Your relationship with her, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like you guys really have a good relationship. Like she'll call you to do stuff, like
Yeah.
invite you to things, and you're very responsive, and like she supports us doing this, and she's so
Very,
cool.
yes.
I love her a lot. Like she's very like her heart's very genuine and in a good
Yes.
place, and
Literally, you said genuine food again. It was in my head to say genuine.
yeah, she you wanted me to say it out
Yeah,
loud.
I did. I did.
Yeah,
But
she's very much like that, and it's so funny that you say that. And I maybe it's me tooting my own horn, but I think that when we first became friends, I respected her boundaries a lot. Like we didn't
mhm.
talk about certain things, we didn't do
Mhm.
much things. I didn't hang out with you all the time. Maybe we weren't texting all the time. Like there was just this big boundary that I knew that you had, and it was very like gradual
Gradual.
the
Yes.
way I came into your life, and I respected it because I think I really cared about you, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna respect her boundaries. But I think now I push her boundaries.
Yeah, you push them, but it's not like a ugly push.
No,
It's a good
because
push.
I know you. I know what's gonna make you like think. Because it's gonna make me think. Because it's making. Because prior to me asking you, I know that I'm already thinking about this topic,
Mhm.
right? So when I ask you, I just know that you're already gonna like know about these things. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah. So, I think that's where, like, for me, like, boundaries has always been a big thing, but I'm learning how to, again, find this balance to be like, okay, am I like, is Ebony doing too much of a boundary for herself? Is it for herself, or is it for someone else, or for something else?
Mm-hmm. And
Like,
yeah, and that goes back to to that energy you put into certain things.
yeah.
How much energy am I serving here? And can it be placed in somewhere else? Do I need
Right.
to hold myself so tight here for what?
For what?
When I can let go and allow it to just be what it is, you
Mhm.
know? And I think that's what I'm learning, to lose that control, to
Mhm.
surrender to like, no sé, the unknown.
The unknown.
To surrender to the unknown is probably one of the scariest things I've been learning to do. But what I've also been, and this is another affirmation that I think we can end with, is I have all the tools to succeed. So no matter if it goes fucked up, no matter if
Mhm.
today I had a hard day at work, it was hard because things didn't go my way, because there was people in my ear, like it was just like a lot. And I had all the tools to be like, okay. And I even did yoga before getting here because my mood was a little bit a lot.
Mm.
It was a lot.
Mm.
Not so much with the with our participants, but more with what happened before. You
Mhm.
know, it was heavy for me, and I just needed to release that because I wanted to be here and I wanted to be present, and I wanted to make sure that I came here full and I came here with a good spirit so that I could do what I do.
Yeah. For sure.
And I think a lot of mental health workers don't always give themselves that,
Yeah. Well, I think in any social service work, like, boundaries is hard. It's
because you
hard
teach
because,
other
like,
people about boundaries, but if you're not doing them,
yeah, it's hard. Like, cause Because again, like empathy comes in, compassion comes in,
Hmm.
and it's like all of those things come in. So it's like, damn, like, I kind of have to set a boundary because it's like, again, I'm pouring into cups, but who's
Oh
pouring
yeah,
into
yeah,
mine?
yeah. Am I
And
fool when I give you advice?
right,
Am I good before I come to you?
right,
That was my yoga today, which is even crazier. My yoga was about,
literally,
it was a date night kind of yoga, and it was
hmm,
about, you have, whoever you're doing your date night with, make sure you're pouring into you first.
yes,
Make sure that before you step out into the world, you are fully full.
yeah, because we gotta do this,
Nobody can do
not
nobody can do, and I think that's what a lot of the boundaries I was doing
yeah,
was this. And
mm,
then I was left like all
you know,
fucked up, and like,
yeah.
and then you self-sabotage and you do a lot of harmful shit to yourself and to your body. And shout out to us, because I feel like we've been doing a lot of good stuff, and that goes another message for us. Health is
Yes.
wealth.
Health is wealth in
Wow,
all
this
areas.
really came all together, huh?
Yeah.
All of my little
I
gifts
love
for you.
it. I really love it. But yeah, I think boundaries, it's like it's tough. Boundaries are tough. I'm not gonna be out here and just be like, yeah, like set that boundary, and then like you set that boundary, like you can't, it's mind over matter type of thing. And yeah, at times it could be mind over matter, but it's like
Mm,
sometimes you take a toll on yourself by
right,
doing like
right.
those things. And it's like, okay, let's just find this balance. And again, learning experiences,
Mm,
like they all tie in together. And just working on your boundaries with everyone, like
yeah.
not only like just with everyone, like relationships, family,
Right.
like friendships, because boundaries are hard when you get caught up with like feelings, emotions, and like it's
Because
it's
toda solita,
hard.
you are enough. And maybe you
Yeah.
do need that one person to support you.
Yeah. Yeah. So try your best.
Do
That's
your
all you can
best.
do.
Don't make assumptions.
Don't make assumptions. Yeah, don't make assumptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been the 4 agreements are in my mind.
Okay, I was like assumptions. Okay, but we can roll with that.
Yeah, like don't assume that everything's gonna be the way you want it to be.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
But
okay.
anyways, that's another topic for another
For sure.
day. I think we'll leave it there, amiga.
Of
I hope you enjoyed
course.
my gifts.
I did. So everyone just know, like myself, you are
Enough.
enough.
But you are missing one you. Okay?
So
Without you, you are not enough.
without you, exactly.
Without you, you are not enough. Without you, I am not enough.
I love that.
Don't cry.
I love you.
Ah! Okay, bye.